to stop what you're doing and listen.
Hello and welcome to episode 51. I am MOSH, and this episode is going up on Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas. And you know what irritates me are the people that get mad when you say Merry Christmas to them because they don't celebrate Christmas, so they don't want people saying that to them. And it's just like, grow up. It's not a big deal. People have been mispronouncing my last name my entire life, and it doesn't bother me. So if someone says Merry Christmas to you and you don't celebrate Christmas, get over it. Oh God, how dare this person be nice to me? Good grief. That's basically how I interpret it. Anyway, I gotta talk about YouTube real quick because I make YouTube videos. So I need to mention it and what is happening with the channel basically right now. And I'm talking about the Red Dead Online new collectible videos because Rockstar added what seems to be 3 more cycles. So there was originally 3 and it seems like they added 3 more. For a total of 6, but it looks like the flowers might have 8 cycles, which if I make a video on the flowers, that'll be last, because those are annoying because 2 of them spawn at night, and it's just a pain. So originally I said that I would put all of the cycles into one video, so all the cycle 4 things would be in one long video, like an hour long, all cycle 5 in its own video, cycle 6, so it'd only be like 3 videos. Well, I was thinking about it and I've decided to not do that because it will be just a giant pain to keep it all organized, and knowing me, after I render it out and upload it, there's going to be a mistake somewhere. So I'm just going to do what I did with the original collectible guide videos, where I'm just going to do them individually. Here's all locations for the coins, here's all the arrowheads. Each collectible item will have its own video with all of the 3 new cycles. So the original videos are cycles 1 through 3. The new ones will be 4 through 6. So I'm doing it again, and the reason is because, again, it'll be more organized and easier to keep track of everything. And the other reason was because I knew I was getting close to 1 million total views on my channel, and I thought this would bump it over. So I checked recently what my total video views are, and we have already passed 1 million. I officially have over 1 million views, which is awesome. So thank you to everyone that has watched any of my videos. That is the last milestone for this channel. I don't think we will hit any more, and I'll get to that in a second. So back to the Red Dead thing real quick. The original guide videos, I uploaded one every single day. I'm not doing that. Like, when a video is done, it's done. Because when I was doing them every day, it led to a lot of long nights. So I don't want to do that. The videos will go up when they're ready. And this is it. If Rockstar adds more cycles in the future, I'm not making videos on it because it's just too much. Unless they had like 1. If they had 1 new cycle, sure. If they had another 3, no way. Not doing it. So yes, more Rockstar collectible guide videos on the way. I had to put the Road to Moonshine King series on hold because of it. So part 4 will come out next decade. I like saying next decade instead of next year. You only get to say it once every 10 years anyway. Might as well make the most out of it. So I'm apologizing in advance for all of the Red Dead videos coming to a sub box. No, I'm just kidding. Videos don't go in your sub box. You kidding me? But I do apologize for all the Red Dead videos that are coming. Alright, so back to the channel milestones. So the reason why I said that 1 million views is the last one is because I just don't think I'll hit any more. Obviously, more subscribers would be great. I always wanted the 100,000 subscriber plaque, and obviously the 1 million sub would be great, but I mean, let's be a little bit more realistic. And then, of course, the 10 million. Anyway, 100,000, get the plaque, that would be great. But I just don't think I'll ever hit 100,000 subs. Like, I just don't have it. I don't have that it factor. I don't have a series that people crave or a series that people really want. And that's the issue. That series has been missing for years, and I can't figure out what it is. Like, I know I'm missing a series, and I can't ever think about it because I have creative block. Like writer's block, but with creativity. Once every couple years, I have like an epiphany, and my creative juices are flowing. I could hit you with so many creative different things, and the rest of the time, I just can't think of anything. And that's where I am right now. I cannot think of the series. And I think it's just because the games don't exist. I think I'm waiting on something I don't have yet. Because right now I just kind of upload whatever. But in the future, you know, they're going to add Forge to Halo Online or to PC. So then we could get custom games going. We can do fun things on that. I have the game, Booty God has the game, Waver has the game. We could do things with just the three of us. Or maybe we'll add online servers and we could play with other random people, which would be great. I wish GTA would do that with custom races, because then I could upload a ton of those, but I have to play with people I know, and then it's just like a couple of us, and it's not as exciting as if there was, 15 of us doing loop-de-loops at the same time or something. Because a few years ago, it was myself, Booty God, and Ninja, our Ninja, not Ninja, the blue-haired guy that can't cut a loaf of bread. That guy is, stupid. Some of the things he says and does, I just... Anyway, our Ninja. Three of us, we played Halo 3, we're doing some custom stuff, and it was great, it was fun. So we can do good things with just a few people on Halo. It's possible. But I have to wait for that to come. That certain game that starts with the letter R that I've been talking about a lot lately, easy videos right there. But I have to wait for it to come. And then even a game like Skate, we could play online. We could do actual games of Skate and then add challenges to it. Like, we're going to play a game of Skate, but you can only do grinds. So you can only do flip tricks. You can only do it down the set of stairs. Add challenges within the game of Skate to change it up and make it interesting. That could be fun. I need Skate, though. Where's Skate 4? I have these ideas for videos. I just don't have the games. I'm being held back by things I don't have. I'm being held back by things that don't exist. So yeah, it's just really hard to grow a channel when you don't have that stability or a constant stream of uploads. When you're just randomly uploading like I am, it's difficult. That's why I started the Road to Moonshine King series on Red Dead Online. It was just random. I thought of that either the night before the update came out or the day of the update. I said, well, if they're starting a new business thing in the game, might as well just record it and see how it goes. And I'll make a mini-series out of it. Just gotta wait for games to come out. Just gotta keep thinking. Constantly thinking about new things to do. But yeah, that was pretty much my main last goal, was to hit over 1 million views. All the times I've considered quitting, I just wanted to hit 1 million. I think last year, before I took that break for a few months, I believe in the video I even said, if I do decide to quit, I'm still going to make enough videos to where I will hit 1 million. And then that's it. And we got there. So now I can quit. I'm not quitting. I could, but I'm not. But I might. But I'm not. Thanks for 1 million views. It's been weird. This YouTube journey has been weird. I've made a lot of weird videos. Actually, speaking of weird videos, the podcast is now my longest standing series, because the fast food series, I did 50 episodes, and this is episode 51 of the podcast. So in 1 year, this has become my longest running series. I can't even believe I did 50 episodes of fast food. It doesn't even feel like I did that many. Because I remember episode 6 so well, because that's my favorite episode, and then just to do 44 more after that, it's just... I know people want stuff like that to come back, but I just can't do it. It's so hard to get reactions. And again, I hate relying on other people. I like to just do things when I want to do them. And when you get reactions from other people, you're relying on them. You're relying on them for the content. And since all that stuff was random and not set up in any way, it's really inconsistent. I can't consistently put out videos like that. So I had to come to an end. I'd rather go out on top with that series than just run it into the ground. So that's what I did. And the other day when I was streaming, someone came into my Twitch chat and told me to bring Brainy Banana back, which is kind of caught me off guard, because it was an interesting series, but I didn't think it was the greatest. I think it could have been better, could have been a little bit more funny. But just to hear someone request that after so long, I just wasn't expecting it. Anyway, I think that's enough YouTube talk for now. So I'm actually going to talk about the changes to the podcast next week, and also those tweets. I was going to talk about the Blue Point and Insomniac stuff, because news lately has been kind of slow, so I kind of want to save some stuff for next week. So we'll talk about all that then. And plus, I want to actually wait until after Christmas with Blue Point, because they might send out a tweet on Christmas, because they sent out a tweet on Halloween and Thanksgiving. So they seem to like to do things on holidays. Might as well wait and see if they do anything on Christmas before I actually talk about any of this. Alright, so let's get into some actual gaming stuff. Resident Evil 3 Remake was revealed at the most recent State of Play, and Capcom has said that there might be some changes. Actually, not that there might be changes, there will be changes. Producer Masachika Kawada confirmed that Resident Evil 3 Remake will be different from the original, with some story events possibly being changed dramatically. The main goal with Resident Evil 2 Remake was to be as faithful as possible to the original, but with the remake of the third game, Capcom wants to make the characters more interesting. It's been confirmed that Dario will have a much bigger role in the game compared to the original, and the Hunter beta enemy will be present in the game, but it will look much different as it is being reimagined for the new gameplay style. This makes sense. I mean, the original and the remake are obviously very different, and when the game comes out and there are some changes, nobody should be shocked because Capcom have said themselves that there are going to be changes. So don't be shocked when there are changes. And if you're going to remake a game and have much better technology nowadays, like, why wouldn't you change things? It's like, oh, we can make this cooler, we can make this better, we could add this, we could do that. So yeah, go for it. Make changes. Do whatever you want to do, Capcom. And keeping on with Capcom, they have filed a trademark in Japan for Dino Crisis. Now the website is in Japanese, so I can't read it. There are some dates though. There's one date that says November 29th, 2019, and the other says December 17th, 2019. And then under it, it says Dino Crisis, Criss. So someone messed that up. Or maybe it's a new game called Dino Crisis. And the image, it actually says Crisis, but in the description info thing, someone done goofed. Now, you can think whatever you will about this. Capcom did say they want to bring back fan favorite games, which Dino Crisis would fit that. Does this mean it's coming back? Maybe. Maybe not. Sometimes companies need to update their trademarks to maintain the rights and stuff to these names and their games and all that good stuff. I mean, EA just recently updated the trademark for Skate, and you know what that means? I don't know. What does it mean? So, get excited, don't get excited. I don't know. Do whatever you want. Keeping on with the trademarks, though, Square Enix has filed a trademark for NieR. Does that mean a new NieR game is in the works? Is it a remaster of the original? Is it a new game? Who knows? Alright, moving on to Take-Two. So, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has expressed his wish for quicker release dates of Rockstar Games' games. Strauss Zelnick. That's a douchey name. It's definitely the name of a CEO. It's almost like someone in Red Dead Redemption 2 is named Strauss, and he likes money. I wonder if there's a connection. Zelnick explained that his will to make games release sooner would result in less content on launch. Instead of being the full expansive titles that Rockstar has always delivered, the game would focus on providing post-launch content. It's possible that games may be a bit shorter than they were in certain instances, Zelnick told GamesIndustry.biz. It's possible that the ability to deliver content on an ongoing basis for a long time after an initial release of a hit would mean that perhaps that initial release wouldn't be as long in terms of number of hours of gameplay as previously had been demanded in a world where that was all you were going to get. So basically what he's saying is that the games would come out sooner, but there would be less content, so they add content down the road over time. I don't really know how I feel about this because on one hand, I would love for these games to come out sooner. Who doesn't want more GTA and Red Dead? I mean, come on. On the other hand, I feel like even if there's less content, you're still rushing the games out, and there are still real people making the games. It's a lot of people under stress. The games could very well suffer because of this. And then on my third hand, post-launch content isn't the worst because Rockstar's updates are free. Everything in GTA has been free. Everything in Red Dead has been free, which is great. The fact that they do that is awesome. They could easily charge money for this stuff. They don't. But on my fourth hand, they also make everything in their games expensive because they want you to play it longer. Like, would it be a steady stream of post-launch content, or do we have to wait random amounts of time? Like maybe a month after the game comes out, oh, there's stuff. And then you have to wait 6 months for something else. And then after that, it's only 3 months. And after that, it's 8 months. Like, is it a steady stream of new stuff, or is it random? Because if it's random, then no. If you're going to do it this way, I want a steady stream of new content. Like, not knowing when things are coming into online games annoys me. I like when developers release roadmaps, because it's like, hey, expect this during this period of time, expect this during that period of time. In spring, we're going to do this. In summer, we're doing this. In fall, we're doing this. I like that stuff. Rockstar doesn't do that. You have no idea when the next GTA update is. You have no idea when the next Red Dead update is. So if Take-Two wants to take this route, then they need to make sure that Rockstar or whoever else is communicating with the consumers more. And I will say consumers and not players because it's about money. So we are nothing more than consumers. Actually, speaking real quick of other companies, so Ubisoft Montreal, I guess a game they're working on for 3 years got canceled, which sucks. But nobody lost their job because Ubisoft put all these people in different areas of Ubisoft, departments. They got like reassigned to work on other stuff. So no one lost their job, which is good. But working on something for 3 years to have it canceled sucks. So good for Ubisoft for like keeping their employees. Next up, we have the brand new back button attachment for the DualShock 4 PlayStation 4 controller. Elevate your game by adding 2 customizable buttons to the back of your DualShock 4. Out January 23rd. We're excited to introduce the DualShock 4 back button attachment to gamers of all skill levels who enjoy playing competitively. This new attachment elevates your gameplay by delivering more versatility and performance while maintaining the comfort and feel of the DualShock 4 wireless controller you've come to love. Its sleek design with 2 programmable and highly tactile back buttons allows you to utilize more of your hand to shorten your response time and gives you more flexibility in competitive gameplay. I'm talking with my hands right now and I don't know why because no one can see it. Responsive back buttons and high fidelity OLED screen. The 2 back buttons can map up to 16 different actions such as triangle, circle, R1 and R2 to name a few and provide amazing tactile feedback so you can jump and slide without missing a beat. The attachment also features an integrated OLED display that provides real-time information around button assignments. Highly configurable. A dedicated button allows you to remap back button inputs on the fly, so you are always prepared no matter what game you are playing. Furthermore, you can save and choose up to 3 different profiles for use in various games, and there is also a headset pass-through for connecting any 3.5mm wired headset to the controller. Developed by PlayStation. The product is tested and improved for all of your favorite PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR titles and is built with the ergonomics of the DS4 in mind. So yeah, it connects to the bottom of the controller into the 3.5mm jack thing, but at the bottom of this attachment is another 3.5mm jack. So if you use that for your headset or anything else, you can still use that. This attachment doesn't block it or anything. Well, it does block it, but it still allows you to use it because it has one of it. So okay, great. There's a little screen on it which shows you what inputs you are putting into it, and you can save up to 3 different profiles. So maybe on Call of Duty, you have one button set to, I don't know, circle and the other set to X, but if you're playing GTA or something, you have a switch to square and triangle. I don't know. You can save up to 3 different profiles. So for different games, different profiles. You can customize it however you want. Okay, you get the idea. So it's $30. At least US, it's $30. I don't know about other parts of the world. I don't know conversion rates. And I think this is kind of worth it because sometimes I have to play claw when I play first-person shooters because, you know, I have my right thumb on the right stick and the right stick is to aim. And usually I have to take my finger off that stick to hit some of the other buttons. And if I'm hitting those buttons, then I can't aim. And if someone pops out, like, they get the jump on me. So being able to map to the back buttons on the controller would be useful because then I don't have to take my thumb off the stick and then I don't have to play claw, which is awkward. And just the price point alone, $30 seems kind of worth it because you can look at scuff controllers which are $150, $200. I mean, what would you rather pay? The choice is clear. I'm wondering if this means that the PlayStation 4 controller will be usable with the PlayStation 5? Because why are they releasing an attachment like this at the end of the PS4's life? Like, we know the PS5 is coming out in fall, and this comes out at the end of January. It's like, oh, here's this cool new attachment, but oh, you can't take it into next gen. So I'm really wondering if we can use these, or use the PS4 controllers on PS5s. And I'm also wondering if this is a test. What if the PS5 controller has back buttons built into it, and they're using this attachment to get people's feedback, make sure everything works properly, see what they need to change, what they don't need to change. Could be possible. The only reason I think it might not be possible is, again, because of how late it's coming out. I feel like if this was a test for a PS5 controller, you would have released it earlier. I'm definitely interested in this attachment, but I need to know if it's compatible with PlayStation 5. I mean, someone left a comment, like the actual writer of this blog post, and it says it's designed to be compatible with the DualShock 4 controller, basically saying it won't be compatible with PS5 controllers. So does that mean the PS5 controller has it already built in? Does this mean the PS4 controller will then be compatible with the PS5? I want to know these things before I purchase something like this, because if it's only used on PS4, then it's like, use it for a few months, that's nice, but I would like to take it with me into the next gen. And if the PS5 controller has these things already built into it, then it's like, well, I'll just wait for that. So I'm just going to wait for the official PS5 reveal before making any decisions on this back button attachment for $30, available January 23rd. A couple more gaming things real quick on the PlayStation side of things. So Sucker Punch has released a free dynamic theme on PS4 for Ghost of Tsushima. I'll put a link to the tweet in the description because each region has a different code. So like America has a code, Europe has a code, Japan, Asia, they all have different codes. And this is only free until January 31st, 2020. So go to the tweet, find the code you need, go to the PlayStation Store, enter it, boom, free dynamic theme. And it's actually pretty nice. And then Sony Santa Monica has released a couple of free skins for God of War. You get an armor set for Kratos and his boy, and then a few skins for your shield. And this is only available until January 6th. So Ghost of Tsushima theme, January 31st. God of War items, January 6th. I'll put a link to the God of War thing in the description as well. It's completely free. Both things are free. And for the God of War thing, there are different links for different regions. So I have the link to the US one, because I live in the US. I'll try to find one for Europe. And then for the other regions, I don't know. Alright, on to music. So it is super duper slow. Everything is quiet. People are waiting for the new year, the new decade. Not much going on. But Bad Omens released a new song, even though they just released a new album in August. And the reason they released a new song is because the deluxe version of that album comes out next decade on January 17th. There's 3 new songs on it. This is one of the 3. It's called Never Know. It's pretty good. It's definitely a safe song, like nothing crazy, nothing experimental. Noah kind of sounds different vocally. I think he's showing off a little bit of the vocals there, you know? But he sounds good. Everything sounds good. I like the song. It sounds like Bad Omens, and, you know, 3rd best album of the year. It's just what it is. Can I talk about rap right now? Because I kind of feel like it. I never talk about rap on here. And I'll tell you why I don't talk about rap on here. Because modern day rap sucks. It's just not good. This mumble rap, SoundCloud rap. I'll just call it SoundCloud rap. I said it's SoundCloud. I didn't mean to say that. SoundCloud rap. That's what I'm going to refer to it as. I think it's a bad look. I think it's a bad look for rap, and it just brings the entire genre down. I know there's good rappers out there. They exist. They just don't get the recognition they deserve. And instead, other people are getting the recognition that they don't deserve. Like, it's backwards. Not like that. The reason why SoundCloud rap is as big as it is, in my opinion, is because the old rappers are just either not around anymore, or they just don't care. Like if Tupac was still alive, Biggie was still alive, Eazy-E was still alive, if Ice Cube was still active in the rap game. I mean, since 2010, he's only released 1 album, which was last year. And he released the 25th anniversary of Death Certificate, which I believe had a few new songs on it, but it's a re-release. So Ice Cube's not really active. Dr. Dre doesn't care, because didn't he sell beats for like $1 billion? I mean, he has all the money in the world. Snoop Dogg, the dude will be a feature on any song. He doesn't care. But if all those people were still around to this day and actually cared about rap, SoundCloud rap would not be what it is today, because they just would not allow for that to happen. It would still exist, but it would be very small. It'd have like a cult-like following. It would not be as big as it is right now. And it's just a fad too. That's all it is. Like, these people are not going to last. Nobody's going to listen to these songs in a few years. What happened to that one dude that made the Panda song a few years ago? It was like such a huge song. Panda, 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 panda. I can't even remember his name. I'm going to have to Google it right now, because I seriously can't remember his name. Designer with 2 eyes. The gra, ping, ding, do, whatever noises he made. Who listens to him, and what happened to him? Where is he? Who listens to the Panda song in 2019 going into 2020? Probably no one. Like, these people listen to a song for the year and then they're done. They move on. That's so much more different than rock and metal. Because it doesn't happen. Once you fall in love with a rock or metal song, like that song is a part of your life. It doesn't just go away. It's not like, oh, that was a 2019 song, gotta stop listening to it because 2020's here. Rap's not a lifestyle. It's just a moment in time. And this would never happen in rock or metal because the big bands in those genres won't allow it. Because they're still around. And when I say rock, I'm talking more like hard rock, not the mainstream rock, not Imagine Dragons or any of that garbage. No offense if you like Imagine Dragons. But the big bands in those genres will not allow a movement like this to happen. They just won't. Like, I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and some band's going to come out of nowhere full of face tattoos looking like a middle school desk, having drug-induced breakdowns, and then they're just on top of the genre. The biggest thing in the world is not going to happen. The bands won't allow it to happen, and the fans won't allow that to happen. There's no overnight success stories in rock or metal. Maybe back in the day there were, but nowadays, absolutely not. Every band that's successful worked to get that success. They worked for the success and they earned that respect. It's just real. It's more real. I feel like there are gatekeepers to rock and metal, and those gatekeepers are like Avenged Sevenfold and Disturbed. Like, if you can break through them in popularity, then you're more in the upper echelon, I guess, of bands. Your Black Sabbaths and your Judas Priests and your Slipknots and your Iron Maidens and your Metallicas. And if you want to throw other rock bands in, Guns N' Roses, Van Halen, Motley Crue, and Def Leppard are huge. But in rap, there are no gatekeepers. It's just like a giant free-for-all. You have no idea what's going to happen. Which I guess in one way is exciting, but it also leads to a lot of garbage. And then people want to bring in the stereotypes. Oh, metal's dangerous. It causes people to be violent, do evil things. Okay. Stereotypes are stereotypes. Let's bring in facts. Let's have someone go to the most dangerous prison in each state. Because it seems to be a United States thing. I don't really hear about this in other countries. Go to the most dangerous prison in each state. Like maximum security, the worst of the worst people are inmates there. Ask them what their favorite genre of music is. Get your results. Release them to the public. And we'll see what the most dangerous genre of music is. From the actual criminals themselves. And if it's metal, so be it. If it's rap, so be it. But I think we need facts before throwing out accusations. The biggest reason I bring any of this up is because the next decade is around the corner. And every decade, there is a shift in music. You know, the 50s are different than the 40s. 60s sounded different than the 50s. The 60s and 70s, I feel like there's kind of a blend there. But it was a little different. 80s were different than the 70s. 90s were different than the 80s. So on and so forth. So since a new musical shift is coming, just be ready for it. I like older rap, like late 80s to mid 90s. I'm cool with that. I have no issues with rap from that era. It's just the modern stuff. So when rap gets good again, someone let me know. And until then, I'm going to stay on my side of the fence with the real stuff. The stuff that lasts with you for a lifetime. And not talking about pandas. And not making some stupid clicky clacky noises with your mouth while a kindergartner draws on your face and you get it tattooed. Okay? Oh, and that just leads me right into reaction channels. I cannot stand some of these reaction channels. People that are listening to metal for the first time and they just magically love it all of a sudden. Do you? Because in school you probably made fun of all the kids that listen to metal. But when you start your YouTube channel, all of a sudden you love it. Especially all these people that listen to Tool for the first time and they enjoy it. No, you don't. Because a lot of Tool fans have to listen to Tool multiple times before they actually get into it. I saw a lot of people talk about the new Tool album. They're like, yeah, I need to listen to this a few times. But these reaction channels listen to the song once and they're like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. It's just so, it's fake. And they never say anything bad about songs because they don't want to make their viewers mad. So they only say good things. Like, we can see right through you. These people wanted nothing to do with metal their whole lives, but once that YouTube channel was created, oh my god, where's this been my whole life? Oh my god, what have I been missing out on? Well, it's been right there the whole time, and if you weren't so judgmental and worried about stereotypes, you could have been enjoying it sooner, you dingus. There's one reaction channel that I do respect, though, and that is Lost in Vegas. Because those dudes, if they don't like a song, they just straight up say they don't like it. And I respect that. Alright, moving on. Too much negativity. Gotta get away from that. So, weekly pick of the week. Let's go to positivity. So, last week I said I might recommend some radio stations, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because I can't think of anything else to recommend. So, I will recommend that Australian radio station. It's called Triple J. I'll put a link to it in the description. It should take you right to the player where you can listen to it live. And it's just kind of like not a mashup, but like a variety pack of sorts. Like, I don't really know if they play just a certain genre, because I've heard pop songs, I've heard electronic songs, I've heard hip hop, I've heard metal. Like, just looking at the recently played, there's Slipknot, there's North Lane, Ocean Grove, other artists I've never heard of. It's just like, you just don't know what you're gonna get. They just play kind of anything, I guess. Like I said last week, it's kind of, chill. You gotta use the word chill. Everything's chill, dude. You just need to relax, dude, and just be a little bit more chill. Okay? You just need to be a little more chill. Chill out, dude. But also in the recently played, it shows, obviously, the artist, the name of the song, the album art, and the name of the album, but it also has links to YouTube and Spotify, if they're available, so you can always just click on those. It'll take you right to the pages, so if you want to add these songs to a playlist, it's pretty handy. So that's cool. Another thing I've noticed is they don't censor anything, which is nice, because in America, a lot of things are censored. As violent and crazy as America is, censorship is still a big deal, and I don't know why, but it is. If you listen to normal radio, it's censored. If you listen to satellite radio, it's not. But this station, uncensored. Yeah, link to it in the description. Alright, on to my weird story of the week, which is actually like the creepy story of the week. So, a mother bought a camera, a Ring camera. I guess Ring is the name of the company. And they put it in her daughter's room so that she could keep tabs on her while she worked the overnight shift at a hospital. And a few days after they installed the camera, someone hacked into it and started talking to the child, who was 8 years old. And there is footage. Well, of course there's footage. It's a camera. Duh. But anyway, in the video, you can hear the guy calling out to the girl. And she says, "Who is that?" Being confused because she's in her room and now some random dude is talking to her. And then he replies, "I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus. Do you want to be my best friend?" And then the girl screams for her parents. There's then another video of people sleeping and they have a camera. And the person hacks into it and starts like clapping and yelling at them to wake up, saying, "I can see you." And I watched both videos and the voice sounds the exact same on both. So I think it's the same guy doing it. So yeah, it's just really creepy. If you have cameras in your house, change your password, do whatever you need to do, 2-factor authentication, whatever. Make sure you're secure. I don't even think cameras inside of a house are a good idea. I think they're better outside. I don't know, just give me the heebie-jeebies. Just thinking someone's just watching you and then they talk to you. No, thank you. So that's going to do it for this week. Again, next week I will talk about the changes coming to the podcast and the tweets that I was going to mention from Blue Point. But again, it just makes more sense to do it next week after Christmas. So that said, I'm done. I'm out of here. You can listen on iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, and of course on YouTube. Thank you once again for over 1 million total video views, and have a Merry Christmas. I'll talk to you guys next week. Later.